There is a sixth dimension between that which is known to man. It is a dimension that is as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between honest work and the endless chasing of fantasy, and it lies between the desire to serve, yet shamelessly deceive the vulnerable. This is a dimension of delusion. It is an area that might be called the Twilight Zone. Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about my journey to sustainable health and meaningful success. If you're coming back and you've already subscribed, welcome back. Y'all are my people and I love you so much. If you've recently subscribed, welcome to the squad. We're glad to have ya. And if you're new, I hope you consider subscribing by the end of this video. I am really trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this summer. And if you have not already hit the subscribe button, you'd be really helping me out a lot if you were to just hit it. And never quit it. Oh my God. Anyway, today I just wanted to give a little bit of a compare and contrast of my life when I was in AMWAY LTD versus now. If you have not heard my Amway story, I have a whole playlist on my channel. I encourage you to check it out. So much tea to be spilled. So I don't want to go too in-depth about what it was like living in the cult of AMWAY LTD, but basically in multi-level marketing, every single day was just trying to recruit and sell and recruit and sell. And I would listen to audios and try to grow myself spiritually, attend meetings, follow my mentor's advice. All of that came at a price, financially, physically, spiritually, emotionally, socially. Everything was deteriorating. And I know that I was being a little bit cheeky with that whole Twilight Zone intro, but really it was just every single day the same thing over and over again, going to the same places, trying to strike up random conversations with people so that they could get into my business and I could make money off of them. It was highly materialistic and just so shallow. I wasn't allowed to be genuine with the things that I was struggling with because I was constantly trying to be positive and have that toxic positivity girl boss mindset and building my future and building my business and being able to, entice people to join my business for the mentorship and for the community and all of that. All of that was just a lie. And honestly, it just felt like I was just deteriorating in every aspect and sinking deeper into the problems that I already had when I was being recruited myself into Amway. So now that I am out 2 years later, I wanted to kind of revisit the things that I was worried about when I was thinking about quitting. If you haven't heard my story, I ended up just taking a break because I was losing hair from all of the stress that I was under in AMWAY LTD. But I had been considering leaving the group a couple months prior to needing to take that health break. And one of the things, because I truly believe that AMWAY LTD is a full-on modern-day cult, one of the things that they train and really drill into the minds of the people who are in that group is this phobia of, if you quit, you'll be giving up on your dreams. You'll be giving up on God's plan for your life. You'll be, a loser. You'll be a quitter, and you'll just live your life as a slave to the 9-to-5. You'll be a slave to your boss. You'll be a slave to your job. You won't have any independent agency whatsoever. Your marriage will suffer. Your kids will barely know you because you'll just be working your job all day, every day for the rest of your life until you die. And they paint this picture that life outside of AMWAY LTD is robotic. And yet, when I was in AMWAY LTD, I've never felt more like a robot than those 2.5 years that I spent there, because I lived the same day over and over and over again. And it was almost like I was in the twilight zone, just spinning my wheels, trying to reach this fantasy that was never going to happen for me. So I just wanted to take you through my day, because it's been 2 years since I left, and looking back on the decisions that I've made in these 2 years, I honestly can say that I live in so much authenticity and freedom that I wanted to show you the kind of decisions that I make on a day-to-day basis to build my future, even while I'm working a 9-to-5 job and while I'm not building a business asset that is gonna get me financially free while taxing several people underneath me. Anyway, let's just get started. I obviously start every day putting on makeup. Oddly enough, I still have AMWAY makeup that I use almost on a day-to-day basis, so I really need to replace that because that shit is old. Maybe I'll start a GoFundMe to replace my old makeup from my AMWAY business. Oh my god. Yeah, kind of embarrassing, but yeah, so I put on makeup, and then when I get to work, actually before I get to work, I swing by and pick up my coworker, and she and I speak Spanish primarily, so it's an excellent way to practice Spanish while being able to do a favor for a friend, which I didn't even really have friends in AMWAY, let alone have the time to actually, do a nice thing for someone else. I was too busy focusing on building my own dreams, right? I'll do favors for people when I'm free. Well, yeah, now I have time for other people, and I get to spend some time with my friend Juana.
Buenos días. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
¿Cómo estás?
Poniéndote los últimos toques. Me gustan tus lentes, amigos.
Gracias. And at work, I am fortunate enough to be able to have like a dual screen situation, and my boss doesn't mind that I watch YouTube videos and listen to podcasts and stuff while I'm working, because my job is pretty repetitive. So on this particular day, I watched a sermon that my spiritual mentor recommended to me. And I know I've done a video on mentorship now versus what mentorship looked like in AMWAY, so I'm not going to go on that rant. But I just wanted to say that with mentorship with someone that you're not paying for a subscription, and you're not having to attend mandatory meetings, otherwise you're going to lose their favor, and I don't have to chase this mentor, and I just have a genuine friendship with her, and the things that she recommends are free. So I'm listening to this sermon from Bridgetown Church, and it's all about spending time with Jesus, and I didn't have to pay for it, and they're not saying that I need to pay money to be a part of this group in order to have access to mentors who will teach me about the kingdom of God. None of that. I just want to grow my faith authentically, and I've definitely been asking a lot of questions. I don't know, in the background of this clip, you probably see a little bit of interfaith little slides, because it's been quite a journey and it hasn't always been Christ-centered for the things that I've been really just researching and looking into growing myself. And you know what? I think that's okay. I just want to be authentically a good human being, and it's been a lot of exploration, but I'm no longer just being brainwashed and blindly following somebody who told me that if I just pay $90 a month, I can have access to excellent mentorship that's going to build my life in every possible way, and I will never have a spiritual problem again. Yikes. Along with listening to different sermons and podcasts, I also watch a good amount of trash YouTube, okay? I am not constantly being, in my self-help, personal growth mode. I absorb a lot of garbage as well. But I also listen to books on tape. Currently, I'm listening on Audible to this book, Combating Mind Control by Stephen Hassan. He's like the world's leading expert on cults. And I cannot tell you how many similarities I find with my experience with AMWAY LTD and other people's experiences with like Amway Worldwide Dream Builders, Brit Worldwide, and this guy's experience in cults. Just let me know in the comments below if you want me to do like a video series dissecting this book, because I find it fascinating, but I might be the only one who does. Anyway, that's what I'm currently listening to. And for lunch, I know that this is such a mundane detail of my life, but for lunch, I eat real food. And if you have been in a multi-level marketing company that sells consumable, like food products or barely consumable food products, you know the pressure that you're under to always be consuming something from your company. So I was always eating their shitty excess bars and their shitty milkshakes and their shitty supplements. And I basically just lived off of anything that I could buy from the Amway website, which never meant vegetables. And it didn't mean like lean protein or healthy fats. It was all just processed garbage. And so even though it might seem mundane, I am just really digging steamed vegetables and lean ground turkey, just regular ass food rather than overpriced shitty multi-level marketing products, okay? And then on the back wall of my cubicle, you can see just this hodgepodge of products that it's mundane, but the fact that I purchase hand lotion from Bath & Body Works and my Tarte lip scrub from Sephora and my face cream from Aldi, really the only product that I have like a lot of is that Good Earth tea. And if they were an MLM, that would probably be the only one that I would join, because I genuinely like their product, obviously. But these are the products that I choose to consume simply because I enjoy consuming those products. A lot of them are much cheaper than Amway products, and they're products that I just want to consume. I just enjoy using, and I don't feel the need to, shill them to my friends or anything. And I really enjoy that kind of freedom to just be able to use a lip balm without feeling like I'm sponsored by the lip balm. You know what I mean? On this day, on my lunch break, I used that time to practice French. Don't get me wrong, some lunch breaks I just use to play games on my phone, okay? I'm not this robot that's just constantly productive every minute of the day, but a lot of my lunch breaks I do use as my opportunity to learn a new language. I am learning French and practicing Spanish on Duolingo. So I really am enjoying that app. I think I'm on day 165 of my streak that I practice languages almost every day. When I get home from work at around 4:30, I like to use that time to just decompress. And often I end up going for a walk or doing yoga. Not every day, again. I am not a robot or one of those, I'm not that girl, quote unquote, that lives their life in a perfect little time blocked schedule. But I do like to walk and do yoga to decompress. It's really good for my mental health, obviously really good for my physical health. I've been trying to be more intentional about my posture. I don't know if you noticed this on my desk, but on my computer, I even wrote a Post-it that said, fix your posture. Because when I was at university, I was really depressed and had an eating disorder, and I was always like laying in bed, and I had such bad posture that I developed like this neck hump. So now, after like years of trying to be more intentional about my posture, I no longer have a hump. So that's a nice little detail you probably were not interested in hearing, but now you know. In this season of my life, I am living with my family, saving money to go back to school. I had the option to go back to school a couple years ago, but you guessed it, I was in Amway. And my quote-unquote mentors told me that I just had such good momentum in my business that I shouldn't go back, and waste time on petty things like education and furthering my career. I was a born diamond, destined for financial freedom in my multi-level marketing company. Unlike the over 90% of people who actually fail in those, I was going to succeed. I did not have any momentum going into my business. They just wanted to keep me for the paycheck, and they didn't want me to get distracted or eventually end up leaving the group, because I actually found that life outside of multi-level marketing was a lot more fun, actually. But alas, now that I live with my family, I get to spend every single evening eating dinner with my family, and I cannot tell you how much I treasure these moments. After dinner, I generally like to read or crochet or just do something really chill. Right now, I'm reading Bella Figura. The first chapter was so tedious, I almost put the book down for good, but I'm so glad that I did not, because this book just really brings out the simplicity of life, and it makes me want to just appreciate every moment of the mundane. I just can't tell you enough good things about this book. I really love it. On Wednesday evenings, I typically have a coaching client. I am a certified health and life coach, not because I am perfect in health or life. I became certified early on in my health journey and my weight loss journey. I am still definitely trying to lose weight. I have lost over 70 pounds so far, but I still have like 100 pounds to lose. But along the way, I have a couple of clients who just really value my advice and the things that I've learned on this particular part of my journey. So the client that I coach on Wednesdays is currently down 15 pounds and has such a better relationship with their body and with food. And it's just been really great to be able to coach somebody while still being vulnerable and being honest about my own journey in the process. In Amway LTD, as part of their culture of not being allowed to speak anything negative about your life, I wasn't also able to really be authentic about the things that I was struggling with. And it was very much fake it till you make it. And the coaching style was, you're not allowed to talk about your struggle until you've had victory. Well, over the last 2 years, I have been making YouTube videos about my struggles and having plenty of victories along the way. But honestly, I would never want to charge money for people to listen to my advice if I wasn't being 100% honest about the things that I struggle with. Even sometimes on videos where I talk about being a health coach, I get people who laugh at me thinking, well, you don't have it all together. You clearly still have a lot of stuff to work out on your own health journey. What makes you think that you're qualified to coach someone else toward perfection? When it's like, if you still think that perfection is able to be achieved, you haven't lived enough life, frankly. But am so happy to be able to walk with people on their own health journeys because of the things that I have overcome in my own journey. Obviously, still have a lot to learn myself, but I'm able to still pour into other people while being my authentic self and being genuine about the things that I still struggle with. I don't have to be perfect in order to help someone else. And it's just really freeing to be able to know that I can offer value to people and even get paid for the things that I offer to people while not having to have all of my shit together all the time. And because I am able to be open about the things that I struggle with, I'm able to have genuine community with people who know that I'm not a perfect person and people who don't expect perfection from me. And I'm able to be open about those things, and I don't feel alone anymore now that I'm able to just be myself and come as I am and offer what I can, still continuing to grow, still continuing to work on myself, but that doesn't stop me from reaching out to other people along the way. Everything that I do in my day, a lot of these choices are leading to bigger results. They are the day-to-day mundane things, the compound effect, the little snowball getting to roll down the hill to actually equate to something much larger. I hope to eventually be able to say that I've lost around 200 pounds. I'm not there yet, but I am making daily changes in my life and building better habits to have that result in the end. I am growing myself mentally and spiritually and just pouring into myself in terms of every aspect of my health. And because I want to be a better health coach and because I want to have a really genuine community on YouTube, I do those things for myself. And I also know that eventually those things will lead to more passive streams of income. Even on like YouTube, I'm only a few hundred subscribers away from being able to monetize my channel. And as I continue to experience my own success in my own health journey, I just can see myself attracting more clients who want to experience the same things that I have and want to learn the same lessons that I have. So it's not that you don't have to choose authenticity over income. Like, you can still make an income while being your authentic self. And as I've always said about multi-level marketing, you can just sell products and make a good living while still being really upfront and honest. But the kind of life that I was living in multi-level marketing was just really toxic, and like the toxic positivity and the constant need to be productive every single moment of the day and contacting people and shilling products, and just it was so draining. And it literally did feel like I was in the twilight zone, spinning my wheels and trying to get to something that was never going to happen for me. And when I decided that I would just be my authentic self and I would build something with who I am right now, where I'm at, and just be open about it and, focusing on my own journey and also being able to help other people on the way, I have realized that there are so many other opportunities for freedom. There are so many ways to find genuine fulfillment in the things that we do on a day-to-day basis. Your journey might not look like mine. It might not look like mine at all, but I do want to at least let you know that your authentic life, you living your best life and making your own decisions and not feeling pressured to buy products or buy subscriptions or listen to every single word a mentor says, otherwise you're gonna lose mentorship. You are worth so much more than that, and your path might be a little bit more unpredictable, but it is something that you can determine for yourself. And you are worth making those kind of decisions. I think that your life can be filled with so much more fulfilling success when you stop just trying to chase a dollar and really make decisions based on what you're passionate about and what you have to offer the world. Only you can offer what you have to give and what you have to bring to the table. So lean into that, and I hope that this video was encouraging or entertaining or whatever. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, just go on ahead and hit it. It's free. I don't charge you anything. I'm not trying to recruit you into my little pyramid scheme or anything. And yeah, I hope you guys are just living your best lives, you know, and do things that make you happy and enjoy the moment. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and you'll see my face more often than in this one. Okay. Bye.